Leos, I have a Leo rising here. Leos, first of all, do not pursue a life purpose you've already done before. So repeating history cannot be an old life purpose. It can be the same purpose you've always been on at a higher level. That's a little different, but it can't be an old purpose or an old meaning. And it can't be that you go back to school. Definitely saying do not go back to school right now if you're a Leo. Back to school. You can go to school, but they're definitely saying don't go back to school. Okay. So you want to make sure that everything you're doing now is sort of fresh. This is a fresh lifetime for Leos, a lot of reincarnated royalty. This is a whole new reason why you're royal this lifetime. And so you want to make sure you're not repeating history with life purpose or knowledge. This eclipse for you, Leo and Leo risings, is in your career and leadership. You're going to manifest your heart's desires in career and leadership. And because Uranus is there, I just want to also say there's a lot of reorganizing. There's a lot of changing of space. There's a lot of things under construction, even though you are manifesting your career. So it's okay that you're under construction, but you are basically going to be growing phenomenally fast here going forward, as you are here to be the leaders of love in the new era. And so we need you to build that capital. We need you to build that castle. We need you to build that brand that's spreading the love. Basically, that's what Unite the Light's about too. Now, the sextile of Saturn says all of your career stuff has to keep in mind your boundaries. You've got to be very careful about your boundaries, very specific. Each boundary has to show that you have learned from your karma. Do not repeat the boundary mistakes in the past. That's also sex, intimacy, trust issues, secrets, all that stuff. You're completely forgiven for any trespasses in the past. There's no weight of trespasses in the past on you, but you better not ever trespass there again, is what Saturn is saying. It is literally tied to career. So most of this for Leos is that where they inside themselves went a little too far because they have Pisces in the eighth house. So they tend to let things go a little too far. They let things get out of hand. They don't enforce the boundary. And so they can, sometimes an emperor with no clothes at sometimes. But you've learned all that. It's fine. Saturn says you've learned all that. Just got to make sure you're keeping your career in mind when you move forward. Now, those boundaries actually, when you do that, Neptune at 29 says you are going to be surprised at how you transform. I'm sure you have a vision for where you are going and what's happening. And I'm sure you have a vision for what you might look like when that happens. But you are going to find that you end up in a place that you had not imagined. So there's a surprise in store for the Leos as far as the outcome.
It's serious joy, joy, joy.